They grew up in the wake of 9/11, a social media explosion, and extracurricular activities that kept them busier than ever. Now, they're experiencing COVID-19 like the rest of us. I'm Dr. Deborah Tillman, and each week I'll be talking to a teen about how they're responding to life. This is Teens in Conversation. Meet Karam, the enthusiastic senior class president who is leading by example and setting the stage for change. Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Deb, and welcome to Teens in Conversation. Today, I'm talking to Karam from TC Williams H.S. in Alexandria, Virginia. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking. So tell me a little bit about what you've been doing all this time. I haven't seen you in a while.
I know. Just trying to fill my time, try to make the best out of my situation. I'm someone who's really used to being involved in school and having a really busy schedule. So right now, like in quarantine, I'm just being, alone with myself and trying to figure out how I can be more involved and fill my schedule. Because really, when I'm all alone, it's kind of disheartening a little bit. Kind of, leads to a more boring lifestyle. So I'm trying to keep engaged and find ways that I can up the excitement with my fellow peers and stuff like that. So
that is so great. Tell me, what has been the most exciting thing that's happened for you, I guess, over the last month? Anything exciting?
Yeah. So just recently, actually, it was a first for my high school. We did completely online student government elections.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and we have a problem with apathy in our school as trying to get kids more involved. But surprisingly, with this quarantine, we've had over 800 kids vote and share their voice with who they want to win, and we had the most ever people, around 45 kids, actually apply for office, which is usually it's much lower than that. So it's a lot of people that I think are also realizing to not really take the school year for granted and stuff like that, and they want to be more involved now. And I think that's actually really, really awesome. And hopefully that carries on to the school year when we're actually out of quarantine. So that's something that's exciting to happen. I actually, won senior class president, so I'm excited to. Yeah, thank you. I'm excited to start that process off when I get to the school year. So.
Wow. So now tell me, how did you market yourself online to win president?
Yeah, so it definitely taught me a lot about social media presence. Usually, last year when I ran for office, it was a lot of, one-on-one interaction, campaigning, using body language, eye contact, classic soft skills. You need to get your point across. But with it all being online, it was up to us to, do things like campaign videos. I was actually, the only one that ran for president that actually filmed a campaign video. And I posted it on Instagram with editing the whole number. So it's taught me a lot about, technical skills, how to best market yourself on the internet, and also stuff like flyers. I use a lot of editing apps. They're just really focused on things like color and visual things that brings attention forward, and it turned out to be successful. So yeah, it's taught me a lot in that way. Yeah.
So great, Karam. Now I can already tell from your personality that you are I don't know if you've ever done the disc, but you're an I for sure. You have personality up here. So it must be challenging a little bit with this quarantine to how do you get yourself out of that slump, because nobody's around? We can't hug, we can't kiss, we can't do anything.
Yeah, I'm definitely an extrovert. This is not in my comfort zone to just be crammed inside all day, just watching Netflix. So, for me, in terms of aside from school, I'm more personal. I FaceTime every single minute. I have 4 friends that I FaceTime on a daily basis. I barely even talk to my parents now because it's a school day, 8 hours a day I'm on the phone, just talking about random things, just maybe not talking at all, just doing my work while they're on the screen, just so it's not just me alone. because I don't want to get into that like toxic, space where you're just in your head and thinking about, am I doing something that's wrong? Like, I just really try to communicate a lot, use social media, like things like that to just keep myself engaged and
That's so
active.
good. That's good advice for other people that have that same personality, It's interesting that you just said that you'll be doing your work, but just to see their faces there. That's different. That's nice. I like that. I might have to tell some of the parents to do that.
Yeah, because in school, even if you're not talking, you still have people in the room with you.
Right.
So, I just need that energy, some background noise, something, because it's needed when I'm like in the grind doing work, stuff like that. So.
Got you. You mentioned your parents. Tell me one lesson that you learned from your mom, and then a lesson from your dad.
For my mom, she has this saying, "Feel free to be free." She always says it, and it gets annoying sometimes how much she says it. But she really focuses a lot on just like flexibility and just going with the flow. Usually, like, I'm someone that has a hard time, accepting like big changes. I kind of want to always do things my way a little bit, but she's taught me a lot about flexibility and how, sometimes, things come your way. You just have to be supportive of it and just like try to make it the best for you. That's something I definitely need to even continue learning, because especially when I go into college and things like that, like, I want to be able to be more flexible and open to other people's opinions and ideas. And in terms of my dad, it's more of just like remaining calm in like very tense situations. He's someone that's not really, I don't get my extrovert side from him. I get it from my mom. So it's good to have that balance where he's just very calm and like he kind of steps back from a lot of things to just like take it in and then offer his opinion at the end. And that's something that I actually need to start doing as well. Like when people speak to me or when I'm involved in teams, just being able to listen and then add my voice when I'm asked for it.
Wow. Those are good skills for you as, senior class president now, to be able to hear different views from different kinds of people. I know your school is very diverse, but then I'm hearing that maybe just diverse in color and in race, but not really diverse in ideas. Can you speak to any of that?
Right. I think on the outside, my high school, TC Williams, is very, people can call it like a good melting pot. We all just are diverse. We get along. We're learning in the same environments, and there's not really any problems with race, tensions with race. But being a student, you definitely walk into the lunchroom and see kids sitting with only people of their race. It's like a clear division. You have white people sitting all together. You have the Hispanic kids sitting together, and it's just like kind of clumped like that. Luckily, like in my friend group, I'm blessed to have like some of the most diverse friend group I've ever seen. Like in school, like I have friends from like all backgrounds, all sexualities, and it's really like taken me away from that negative aspect of my high school. However, I think that recently we've come to realize that there's really no time for that. We need to start coming together more. Especially from like a physical side, for your own class's benefit. So hopefully, with this quarantine, people realize that, we kind of took for granted the connections you make in school, because now you're not talking to any of these people. So when you come into the school year now, they're probably going to realize now, oh, we need to start building or making more connections, because life is short at the end of the day. So.
Amen. Is that one of the things that you're going to do as senior class president? Try to bring people together, just different races, so that they can hear different ideas, so that we don't get another generation being raised thinking that all Black people are, horrible?
Yeah. In my campaign video, I said representation and inclusivity. And that's something that I highlighted in the video. Things that's like, we have display cases in our school for Cultural History Month, like Hispanic Heritage, Black History Month, and it's really just like a display case with pictures. And I said something, I was like, representing Cultural History Month through more than just hallway display cases, getting people's voices heard in, events and voting, and overall, putting things like Heritage Day and Spirit Week. Like, those are things that I really emphasize. And from the couple times that we did it at school, I've noticed so many people's emotions like being raised because they finally feel involved and included. That's something that I definitely, I think, can owe to my success in winning, because people can realize that I'm actually for that, not only for like the basic things that, high school government really focuses on recently. The representation and inclusivity is definitely what I focused on and highlighted in the campaign. So,
Karam, they are blessed to have you. I tell you, I'm going to ask you one final question. What should the name of your generation be called if it's not Gen Z? What do you think we should name your generation?
I say Generation A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, the whole entire thing, because I think it's representative of so many different letters in the alphabet, no matter how cheesy that sounds. I think really we're realizing a lot of the mistakes that many adults are making in our world, and we can finally realize we need to actually come together, and an alphabet cannot be alphabet without every single letter in it. So like we need to just have everything together, move on, make a song out of it, nursery rhyme, so yeah.
I love you. I love it. Awesome. I could just stay on and talk to you forever, but we have to go. You are fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing, and your high school is going to be that much better because you are president of the class. Thank you so much for today. Sending you love. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, don't you just love his spirit? He has an absolutely wonderful spirit. I love what he said about his mom and dad and how they are. And you can just tell from him talking that they have a wonderful relationship, that they are allowing this young man to be exactly who God created him to be. Not to put judgment on him, not to try to steer him in the way that they are, but just allowing him to be his own uniquely wonderful, fearfully made person. Oh my gosh, TC Williams, you are blessed to have Karam, and so are we. So leave a comment in the box. I know you have a lot to say about Karam. I absolutely love him, and I hope you did too. This is Dr. Deborah, Teens in Conversation. Take care.